Okay, we are live. So, welcome everybody. My name is Sandy.
And I am Chloe.
And I'm Natalia.
Oh, nice. This is WordStitch with a co-host today. So thanks, Natalia, for being here. Although so far I haven't had to miss anything, right? Like I'm feeling like I'm signing up guests and like then kind of like not living up to my promise of not being there. I'm sorry.
I think it's always good to have guests, whether you're here or not.
That's good.
Yeah.
So what are you guys working on today?
I am going to be working on my Scrivener project, getting all of my stuff set up in there so that way I'm ready for NaNoWriMo in a couple of weeks, right? It's only, I don't know, how many days out are we? I don't even know.
Oh gosh, we're about 12 days out, I think. It's that way. It starts next Sunday, right? Yes. So whatever that is.
Right.
Yeah, we are like very close to the end of October already.
Yes. And I finished Verity over the weekend. So
Yes.
yeah, I had like all kinds of craziness. I'm back in my room. So I got my desk this weekend and got that all assembled last night. And yeah, so I today am going to be working on the outline for my Nano project.
Okay. So let's see. And I do not have a Nano project this year, or I don't think I do. I could change my mind on November 1st, but right now I'm proofreading. And hello to Devin and Iona and Rose and Jory and Elizabeth. And I was going to write that in the chat, but I don't know if I can pull that all off right now smoothly. So
hello, everybody.
Yeah, hello to everybody. Thanks for being here. So you guys are planning for Nano. You're not actually drafting today.
Right, I'm not. I'm moving all the stuff that I have written already into Nano, so that way I can expand and use your lovely organizational technique for Scrivener. So,
Are you using a beat sheet?
I kind of am, but I'm taking, I remember one time we were talking about how you organize your Scrivener projects and how you assign colors and things like that. So I'm kind of doing my own version of that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I got all my, a majority of my characters set up in there already. So that's kind of cool. Yeah.
That is good. Yeah. I like Scrivener's outline tool. I feel like it cuts down like a step in the organization. Like I don't, but I mean, so you don't use Scrivener's outliner at all, do you, Chloe?
No, not even a little bit. I'm not even using Scrivener this year.
Whoa, are you on YWriter still?
No, I'm going to be using WaveMaker for this one. Yeah.
I just don't know if I can handle that.
The Scrivener, or what's the main difference?
YWriter or WaveMaker, all of them are very similar concepts, I guess, is the best way to start off with that. They're all specifically for novels, and so they all have some of the same features with it, where you have like your chapter scene breakdown, where you have some sort of planning tools, where you have a place to store your extra information, your character sheets and whatever. WaveMaker, a couple things with that is it is something that you can use on your phone or your tablet or your computer, and it all syncs up very cleanly. The only problem with it is that you do have to do a manual sync, and you can get yourself screwed up with that. So that's a downfall with it. But it's got a lot of different functions to it. So it's got like a timelining tool. It's got a snowflake tool. It's got a note card tool. It does have some sort of a timer thing to do, I guess, sprints. I haven't messed around with that yet. But and then like it's got a nice planning board next to where you're actually drafting. So you can keep all of your notes there, and they are right next to where you're typing. And it's the entire sidebar of it, as opposed to just that little tiny box that Scrivener has.
Right.
So there are some nice functions or features to it. Does it autosave every 3 seconds?
It does autosave. The problem with it is it doesn't autosave to the cloud. You have to manually save it to the cloud. And that's where you can have little disasters where you like try to open it on a different device and lose stuff that way.
Got it. Okay.
We could talk a lot about the whole Scrivener thing, but we should write right now. So, or
Yes.
prep or proofread if you're me, like whatever project you're on, we're gonna go to that. So let's get that started. Do we need prompts today? Are we gonna do prompts? No, we're gonna do some
We need to
prep
worry
today.
about prompts.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are going to go for the next 10 minutes. It is 6 after, so we'll see you guys at 16 after.
Okay. That is time. I was so on time there, just, in case you didn't notice, since I've forgotten multiple times over the last couple of weeks to just return. So how'd you guys do?
I did well. I don't know. Let me calculate my word count. I'm trying to be good about that.
Are you word counting your prep?
Well, I often say that I'm going to do one thing and then I switch and do something else. So I didn't do any prep. I just started writing because something else came to me. So I thought, when it comes to you have to get it down, or at least I do, because I forget. So yeah, I wrote.
I agree. Take advantage of that momentum. What about you, Chloe? So you said you did well.
I've mentioned this before, but this story, it's going to be a 6-novel series, and they're all intertwined. So like timelining is really crucial on this. So I figured out a couple of timeline pieces to get things lined up, because like obviously certain events have to happen at certain, where characters are at certain points in it. So I didn't get a whole lot put down, but I figured out some stuff about one of the characters for when she is going to hit some milestones, and did a little sync up between, I've got 2 already plotted. I've got 4 more to plot out, and I kind of figured out where the 3rd book, the one that I'm plotting today, where it starts in the line for where the other 2 have already been plotted out.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
a lot to take in.
Yeah, that sounds really, really complicated. And I proofread 4 pages. I feel good about that. Let's see. So what did everybody else do? So hello to Write with Melanie. I think she just showed up. Elizabeth writes is doing great evaluations. You know what? That is totally prep though, right? Because you got to do that so that you can get to Nano. So I'm, whatever you're doing, if you're being productive, it's good. Natalia, you said you might want to talk about outlining, right?
What? Well, I just didn't know, how are you outlining in Scrivener? I know, is it like that one little feature that's next to the corkboard at the top? Like the scrivenings and the corkboard and then the outline? Is that what you're talking about?
There's the little index cards, and then there's that little corkboard, and then there's that wonky kind of outline looking thing where you're always like, what's this?
Right.
If you click that and you click one of the folders, then anything underneath that folder will show up in outline form.
Got it.
So that's how I use that. Ooh, Right with Melanie got a planner delivered today, and she is.
Oh,
this is right up your alley, Natalia. She's planning away.
Yay! Yeah. Mine is right next to me on my desk. Lord, let me tell you, my planner goes with me almost everywhere now, even though it's bigger than my head. But yeah, I go at night. I have it on my little nightstand, and then when I wake up in the morning, it's the first thing I on my phone and my planner. I take to the bathroom with me so I can make sure I'm doing all the steps I need to.
Oh my gosh! Oh no!
I know. I'm sure, have you broken out in hives yet, Stanley? It's the only way I can get stuff done. We all know I have a little bit of an attention issue. So it's what's working for me. I've been the most productive ever. And hey, I'm even putting cute little stickers in and things like that.
I was just excited to unwrap my desk calendar yesterday because I finally had a desk to put it on. So far it has 4 entries on it, and 2 of them have already been rescheduled.
Oh, all my calendars have to be digital because I mess things up too often. I don't know. So okay. So a couple of years ago, I think now, Chloe and I had this discussion about outlining, and I believe the discussion went something like, Sandy, do you outline? And I was like, no, never. I never outline. I don't outline anything. And then I looked back through my notes and my ridiculous amount of Excel spreadsheets, and I way over organized. So I had to revise the conversation, right? I had to be like, okay, listen, I might have lied about that. Not just to you, but to me.
Right.
Because I would like to maintain that I am a pantser, or at the very worst, a plantser, on the grounds that if I over-organize, God, the time I can spend like on that stuff. And I am a world-class procrastinator. Like like Natalia, you think you're bad. I like barely studied for the bar exam when I had to take it like twice.
But you passed, right?
Well, yes, I did. I've taken 3 bar exams. I've passed all 3. By the time I got to the 3rd, I felt like my luck must have run out. Like I had this sort of like, there's no possible way I will pass another one of these if I don't study kind of like sensation. So I studied really hard for that one on like a really good schedule. And it is the only bar exam I've ever managed to do that for. But like, if you know anything about exams like that, like you're not supposed to save that stuff for like 3 days in advance. That's bad. That's the level I can sink to. I mean, those tests are like, they cost thousands of dollars. They're a pain in the ass if you don't pass. And I studied so poorly, procrastinated so much that like I lost 10 pounds after my first bar exam because I was so sure I'd failed. No joke.
And people fail that all the time.
Yeah, okay, but I went to Harvard, you guys. I'm not supposed to fail the damn bar exam, right? Like, you're supposed to pass that. Okay, no, like you could easily fail that no matter who
It just came
you
out
are.
that Kamala Harris failed her first one.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. She did it in California too, didn't she? I think
I would assume so. I don't actually know that, but also like when I saw that article, I was like, I don't think that really means anything.
it
Like
means,
as far as I understand it, like this is just how the process works. A lot of times people fail it the first time.
yeah, no, it means you didn't. It means you procrastinated until the last week.
Yeah. And you were like fresh out of college and living that fresh out of college life.
So I totally get it, Natalia. I do. I get the need to plan, and also like I just like I have to control myself in so many ways.
Right. Well, but you're very productive. Like you like, regularly say that you try not to overplan. But I think there's a difference between, there's some of us, and us means me, who I need to overplan, because if I don't overplan, then I get nothing done. Just because my brain is constantly racing, and I'm like, oh, what is that? Like, what's that kiddie cartoon? With the little character that like, a feather blows in the breeze and the feather, like that's me. So, whereas you don't have to do that. And I wish I were like you, because man, it takes time to plan. But without it, I'm lost. So I got to keep planning. So, yeah.
I love that you take from my story that I'm actually like really naturally productive.
Well, that also fits with my personality now, doesn't it?
Oh, are you? Well, I guess we should keep talking about this when we come back, because we're pretty close to 4:25. But do you have an ending thought for us on that, Chloe? You don't lie to yourself at all about any of this. You just do exactly what you're supposed to do.
No, I don't lie to myself at all. I just do it. And then yesterday I felt real bad because I did some advertising stuff. Like I just posted I made some new ads on Amazon. And then like I pulled up the file to start working, and I was like, I'm just not working today. It's just not happening. And then today I kind of had the same thing. I was productive this morning. I just wasn't productive where I wanted it to be. And then I made a list of everything I want to get done before Nano, and I'm scared now.
Let's talk about to-do lists when we get back.
Yes.
I think we have to go to this one. All right.
Why am I doing that? I jumped the gun. I'm sorry. Okay. It is actually 25 after though. So we are going to write for the next, not 15. This is at 25. I'm still on like morning mode. Woo. Okay. We're going to write until 10 of, now 9 of, because I screwed up, but that's okay. But we'll see you guys then.
Okay. We are done with that sprint.
Really quickly, it looks like we've got several new people here today.
Mm-hmm.
So just so you guys know, since you're new to our show, we do run on a set schedule. So we're going to do another 30-minute sprint at the hour, and then we'll have a 15-minute break then, and then we're going to have a final 10-minute sprint. So we do have a set schedule going on. Yeah.
Yes, and hello to Spence and Chelsea, and who else joined us most recently? Wordfall writes, and if we missed saying hello to you, we're sorry. We really appreciate everybody here. So, so I finished proofreading a chapter, yay, and I'm through part of another chapter, which is like really boring writing progress, but progress.
What chapter are you on though?
I think this is chapter 24.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like last time we talked, you were on chapter like 8. So you're making good progress.
Well, this is the YA fantasy series.
This is completely unrelated. Never mind.
No, it's okay. I mean, I'm doing okay with the memoir too. I think I just finished chapter 10 of that, but it only has 18 chapters, so I'm pleased with that progress.
Does this one have? 38. Okay.
Like 38. Yeah, but I'm proofreading this. I'm doing like serious revisions and editing on the other, so I figure I should be able to get through a couple of these chapters, like a couple fantasy proofreading chapters a day, whereas I can only get through like one solid revision chapter in the memoir, which I did this morning during your write-in, Natalia. I'm gonna post a link to your channel right now. Natalia does sprints as well. And I'll do that, and you guys can let us know how you did. So
I did 318 words, which is good for me. So, I'm happy with it.
Yes.
And I outlined a few scenes. I actually did some outlining on that one. So, yeah, it's the last couple I did, I kind of structured it. I kind of did like a beat sheet style outlining, not with an actual beat sheet, but like putting in the beats and then filling in around them. So far, I haven't gotten to that, and I really need to get to, so this one doesn't balloon in length. But also, I was planning on making these novella length, and then I was looking at the genre, and the genre really is mostly longer stuff. So I guess I don't need to be so stingy on the words, which is not something I need in life, but that's okay.
I mean, novellas are so much harder, right? Because you don't get as many page reads out of them, so you have to write so many more, and then advertising one, like you need people to read like 6 of your novellas before advertising one pays off. So it's I'm in support,
especially with Kindle Unlimited reads, the KENP, and the fact that I love that I've got readers from Australia, and I don't dislike them at all, but the KENP rating has tanked in Australia, and I die a little bit on the inside every time those royalties are like cut in half.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's harsh.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, look at all the page reads. Look at all the money I didn't make on those page reads. And I mean, it's, it's in essence, it's kind of free money at that point. Like any royalty is just building off. It's not like I'm selling a product that's not replicable. So it's not a problem that they're getting it for cheaper. Like they're not paying any less for it. It's just the way that KENP has worked out. Or how the fund is worked out, it gets screwy with other countries. But it still is that little ouch that like I'm making less money from other countries. But it's also cool that I actually get like 25% of my business from Australia, and that's really neat, and I have no idea why, but yay.
In Australia. Yeah. So we've got a comment on to-do lists from Write with Melanie. That she has a love-hate relationship with these, loves the sense of accomplishment, and also feels like crap if she has intentions of getting stuff done and then doesn't. I also have this love-hate relationship.
Yeah.
which is why I think they need to be limited severely.
So not like the 500 item to-do lists that I create, right?
No, like I really think to-do lists are about setting expectations for yourself. Like you've got to learn yourself well enough to know what you can get done in a day, right? And then, so like your list can't be 50 things long. It's got to be 3 things long so that you can get 3 things done. And if it's not, at least for me, if I put 10 things on the list and accomplish 2, I feel like a loser the next day.
So,
and then like
for me, I tell myself, so I've got this to-do list, just like to put it in a different perspective. And again, why I don't lie to myself about things. I just try to have a healthy outlook on everything. I've got this to-do list that I need to get done in October, and October is starting to run out. And it has 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 items on it. 4 of them are these outlines. And then I want to do an editing pass on the novel that I just finished. And then there are 2 covers I need to do. One of them, I already have the structure for it because it's the final book in a series. So I don't have to come up with something new. I just have to, find the new graphics for it basically. And then I need to make a little video for an ad that's going to be running in November. That is probably too much. I gave you the list of like what everything was because nothing is really horrifying in it. It's still probably too much though. But for me, the purpose of that list isn't to say this is everything I need to do in October. It's to tell me that this is what I need to work on in October. And when I start picking up like 8 million other things, that is where the problem is. If I don't get all of that stuff done, but I know that I did my best to get that stuff done and not a whole bunch of other random crap, I feel better about myself.
Right.
Yeah. So I have a list of stuff for October, like a project, not usually writing projects. And I try to tell myself I have the whole month to complete it, right? Like those are the things that I need to get this, but that works with me for stuff outside of writing, which I think is something that Write with Melanie just said. Like my to-do list will be things like submit receipt to FSA.
Yeah.
Finish binding baby quilt, like that kind of stuff, where like it's the sort of thing that I want to get done outside of writing. If I were to write down all the writing things, and I do sometimes, then I never use those damn lists. And then I feel stupid again. Like, great, I have this totally like long list of like writing related things, and what for? Why didn't I spend that 10 minutes writing? Like, what was I thinking? And I guess this is, for everybody has a different way, but oh man, if you struggle with to-do lists, I really think like your job is to limit them.
Right. And I almost feel like, there's the to-do list like Chloe has on her board, and that is these are the like I see that as the project list. So these are the lists of the projects that I need to get done. So what my to-do list then turned into, okay, within this project, what are the individual tasks that I need to accomplish? And those are the tasks that it feels really great, because now I've turned, projects 1, 2, and 3 into whatever 20 items each. And I have that checklist that's going to make sure that I get every single thing done. So yeah, it's kind of like a hybrid, overall kind of perspective on it. But then like in order for me to accomplish things, I've got to, what do they call that? Winnow it down, or no, not winnow it down. I have to micromanage myself, basically, is what it is. So I'm a damn micromanager.
You're a micromanager, and I just need to learn to freaking trust myself.
Right.
I promise, Sandy, you will remember to like do the copyright on that book. You don't need to write it in 5 different spots. And it's time to start writing. Speaking of this, so,
yeah. But Sandy, this is probably going to sound really dumb because Melanie knew exactly what you were talking about. What is FSA?
Flexible spending account. That's like a
that's something for people with money.
It's something for people with particular health insurance plans.
It's a health insurance thing. Okay. It doesn't even sound like what it is. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and write that now that has been clarified. a flexible spending account. That sounds exciting and like something I'll never have. Oh, no. It's a healthcare thing. Okay. We're going to write for the next 30 minutes. We are just past the hour right now, so we're going to go until just past half past.
Okay, we are back. Natalia, I think I need you to unmute yourself. I usually do it.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Okay.
There we are. Okay.
Jeez. Okay.
So hello to Nikki, who joined us, and Sarah, who I think may have been here for a couple of minutes. I'm not sure if she's still here. She said she came in to hit the like button. Chloe and I never say like hit like. We should be doing that. Like
we're terrible about it. We're just not good at advertising ourselves in any way whatsoever.
Yeah. If you like us,
it comes to the fact that, yeah. I don't know. Apparently, it brings value.
We're just like, did you come right with us? Like we're really good after that. Like.
It's that magic algorithm for YouTube. Like the more likes you have, the more people they show the videos to. So,
but you know what? If like nobody else was here, Sandy and I would still be doing this. We know this because we did that for like 6 months before we started to get people watching our show. And we did it every week. Like, yeah, we're doing it. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, we're really happy to have like people join us. That's awesome. It's more fun for us, but like we were here for the productivity. So
yeah. Like whether y'all are here or not, we're gonna keep doing this. But like be here because it's nice.
Yeah. Because we love having people. Yeah. So I finished another chapter. What?
Yeah. I was just asking you how you did, and you were answering it as I was asking it.
Yep, I finished another chapter. I am happy with it. Maybe I'll get one more done today. That'd be good. What about you?
I got a couple more scenes done. I was smart and put some stuff at the end, make sure that I've got my bit of pacing correct on it. And then I had to stop to text a friend about a cultural question. And it just ended up, when you're like asking somebody a cultural question, you feel like you have to explain yourself way more than you need to. I could have literally just been like, hey, my character's Korean, and are there any good Korean games, or should it just be chess? And instead I like had this whole great big story.
Nice. So did you get an answer?
I haven't, but like I just sent the message and he could be working or whatever. Who knows?
What about you, Natalia? Were you writing or outlining?
Yeah, I was writing. So I got 342 words in. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm happy. And I ironed out some more characters. And there's one mythical character that I'm not telling anybody what it is yet. But there's one mythical character in my story that has, I feel like, historically has gotten either shade or not enough attention. So I'm gonna tell the true story of this character. So I'm excited. I figured out how I'm gonna do it.
Yay.
And let's see. So words fall right. Got 97 words. Nice work. Elizabeth writes only has 4 of those exams left to grade, right? Where I think she's grading exams, or 4 cards done.
No, cards was Melanie is dealing with cards. Melanie got 4 cards done. And Elizabeth has 4 left of her thing. We just happen to have 2 4s happening.
Clearly that's beyond me.
This is what happens when you have lots of people participating. You gotta write notes.
Yeah.
All right, y'all are just making it confusing. Leave.
No,
please God, don't leave.
Okay, so but speaking of a thing that we haven't talked about, I don't know why this occurred to me right then. This is not connected, but Chloe is doing nano prep this week. Aren't you? Like, you're doing actual nano prep, like ML?
I am. I haven't actually put it on the schedule because we can't schedule multiple things for Keep, and we have the free StreamYard account, so we can't put multiple things on the schedule at the same time. But on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock, I am going to be doing a little outlining / plotting / prepping thing with my region. I might only get like 2 people from my region though, so everybody else is welcome to come. It'll be here on WordStitch.
Okay. All right, cool. So
There's not going to be any sprints. It's just going to be a discussion. Whoever has any questions or like giving advice or whatever, we'll just go with it. See what happens.
We'll just do a prep session. Natalia, do you have a calendar right now of writing sprints? Is there a thing like that exists?
Oh, yes, actually I do. Yeah, it's just a Google calendar that I created because I needed to keep my focus and I needed to keep it off of my personal family shared calendar. So yeah, I do have a Google calendar. So if you want to add that to it, we can do that. I don't know how many people are seeing it, but I can put the link in, and that way, if anybody can see it, then if you just tell me what time the sprint is, or what time is it that you're doing it on Wednesday?
Wednesday at 8 p.m.
8. Is it just 1 hour, or how long are you going to do it?
It'll probably be an hour. I didn't give a specific time for them, but I did say, I was like, it'll be like a half hour to an hour. It'll just be informal. We'll see how it goes. And then also next week on the 28th, so I've mentioned this quite a few times, but I am an ML for NaNoWriMo, and theoretically I haven't gotten the official stuff that I need yet, but next Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern, I will be hosting on the official NaNoWriMo channel on YouTube. I'll be hosting sprints there. It'll probably be an hour. I think that's how long they go for. It's in October. It's October 28th. So we'll see how that goes. I guess it's just going to be the usual productivity sprints, me do you. But yeah, so I will be doing official nano stuff.
So all kinds of things coming up. And so let's see. So to find the official nano channel, I think I can probably find this on YouTube and post a link.
Yeah, I'm sure if you just look up NaNoWriMo, it'll be the first channel that pops up.
And because I think to do links, I have to do it. So
you have to do it, or you have to give one of us a wrench. But if you're already there, you may as well do it.
Wait, I have to give you a what?
A wrench. You have to make us moderators. I've never actually done it before, so I don't know how to do it. But if you see somebody, this is how funny we are about all of these sprints that we do. We have no idea how to actually use YouTube. So there is a way for you to make moderators. I'm almost never actually logged into the WordStitch account on YouTube, so I've never messed around with it before. But you being in that account, you should be able to make us moderators. It just doesn't really matter because we also don't normally do anything that needs that.
Oh, that's okay. So Natalia, are you okay with me just posting the link to that calendar? Or is that I have that pulled up?
Oh yeah, actually, I was just typing in the comments also. So yeah, that's the link. It's totally set as public, and actually, if anybody is on who does word sprints, also, you can add them on there. And it's actually not only YouTube word sprints on there. I've got somebody on there who does them, I don't know, Google Meet or Google Hangouts. And then I did one on Sunday that was on Zoom. So that way people could, have more attraction face to face. So it's a nice little mix. So, yeah.
And if somebody here does their own streams and they want to get on your calendar, do they contact you? How does that work?
Actually, best practice is to invite that email address so that way it just automatically loads. Because that way, if something happens and they have to change their calendar or whatever, as long as they change it on their calendar, it will then update onto my calendar as well. So yes, and what's the email address there? I think it's Crush.
What is that email address?
Crush. I'll type it in, but it's Crush and Swallow.
You can't type it in. YouTube won't let you, right? If you type it in, it won't. You can private chat it to me, and then I'll copy it.
Oh, it's in the so my link that I put in the comments did not show up.
Right. I can only put links in the comments right now, I think.
Ooh, that's so odd.
Yeah. Again, you have to be a moderator. And if Sandy doesn't mark you as a moderator, you can't do it. That's just a YouTube policy that has nothing to do with us.
Okay, wait. That has a thing. I can do this. I've been taught. Hang
Sorry
on.
today turned into a technical day, you guys, but we're going to do a sprint in 4 minutes, I promise.
Yes. All right. Okay. I think I've got Natalia. Did you make a comment at some point?
Yeah.
At some point,
Oh, hey, Devin just gave us directions.
Yes, exactly.
I would have figured out how to do this, but I never had any interest in doing it. So I was like, whatever, I don't need this stuff.
Yeah, seriously, man. This is
And so here we are now doing this.
we're less than good at this.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna figure this out. But are we at the next writing sprint?
No, you still have 3 minutes to fight that.
And I sent you in the private StreamYard chat, I sent you the two. I sent you the link to the calendar, and then I sent you the email address where people can just, invite me using that email. And for the record, Crush and Swallow stands for crushing your fears and swallowing your pride so that you can achieve your goals.
Okay, so basically, we invite Crush and Swallow to do what? To your
so like you set up a calendar item on your own, Google Gmail calendar, and then when it says that you can invite people to your calendar item, you just enter that email address as the person who you're inviting. It's just like, like Outlook or any email, I guess. I'm sure it works on Yahoo. Yahoo. I'm gonna say Yahoo. But anyway, so I think any service provider it will work with, as long as you invite me as a calendar. So, look at I have a little
dog. Okay, I made you a moderator. Devin, I totally just made you a moderator too, because I just feel like that might be useful.
You actually have to do it every single time, Sandy.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're just not, you don't do enough sprints, I guess. This comes up a lot in sprints, but that's okay. And yeah, as Devin just mentioned, we are always looking for co-hosts, especially Sandy is about to have to do a bit of a maternity leave on us. And of course, with that sort of thing, who knows when it's going to happen? We have a definite date when we know it's going to happen by, but anything before that, we don't know. So there is, I believe is that what you just posted there? No, I don't think it is.
Yes.
If you go below us into our footer, there is a link there to sign up to co-host with us.
And I think I just posted it. And yeah, we have a date. It's the C-section is planned for December 1st. Nobody tell anybody outside of the internet. But when they said
that's the maximum, that's not the minimum. That baby might have to a little earlier than that. You never know.
This is true. But assuming all goes well, I literally had the thought, I should tell them not to do it on Monday so that I could still do WordStitch. And on that note.
No, let's not get that worried about it. Let's not schedule your baby's birth around your YouTube show.
As good a reason as any.
Right. Okay, so we are gonna go. Oh, hey, I got an answer. I could either do, it's called Jangi, or I could just do Go. Go is popular in Korea. Anyways, South Korea, I'm assuming also North Korea, because stuff like that, I feel like it doesn't matter if you're communist or not, you still have it. Okay. So we are going to go. It is 5:45 on the East Coast of the United States. So we are going to go until 5 of, just our little closing sprint. We'll see you guys in 10 minutes.
And true to closing time, my dog is going nuts. Just nuts. Just
My cats just ran out because I know it's feeding time.
And my baby is just laying down like the great grandma that she is. So she like keeps me company in here all day now. Whenever I'm in here, it's kind of cute.
So I think I can get to the end of the chapter I'm on in like the next 10 minutes, and then I will have accomplished all my goals for the day. So I feel good about this. Very good.
And I got 1,176 words for this 2 hours. So I'm feeling pretty darn good.
I got, let's see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 scenes outlined. And I should be able to finish this today, which would be great for me. If I can get these all banged out in the next couple of days, then I might actually be able to get that to-do list done.
Right.
Right.
You're being so productive.
And do you use the snowflake method for outlining? And you mentioned that when we were talking about the Wave Maker program. Or is there
I actually do not, because I am not a planner. I am very much a pantser, and I realize that when I say I outline that I am not a pantser. I guess I am vaguely in the planting territory, but this is just kind of my writing phase right now.
Okay.
I have divided up writing and discovery, and I'm doing my discovery now, and then I will write it out. But like, this is really not, I don't go anywhere near as in depth as the snowflake thing. I don't do any character development whatsoever. I don't do any setting work. I don't do any world building right now beyond what I have to in order to get a plot out.
Okay.
Yep.
Does that all just come to you when you're writing then?
What was that?
Does it just come to you when you're writing?
Yes.
Like the settings and things like that? Okay.
Yeah. Like in this one, because of what I'm writing, I know that they are on a spaceship, and I have the very basics of why they are on that spaceship and like a little bit of history that brings humans to being on spaceships, but I have no idea what this spaceship looks like right now. And I don't have names for any of the aliens. Like I have their first names, but like I don't know what they're called, their races, or any of that.
Snowflake method is complicated too. I mean, you could pour hours into that.
Yeah.
If it works for you, awesome. But like, I wouldn't try that more than once, right? Like if it doesn't work the first time, that's a really long outline.
I feel like that is something that if you're writing one book a year, that might be absolutely your jam, or less than a book a year. Mm-hmm. But I am writing 6+ books a year. I don't have the time for that. And I'm sure that you do end up getting a plot out of it, but I feel like what you end up with is a lot more complicated than just a plot to follow that I would just get lost in if I tried to do it.
So let's see. So Words Fall Right asked if she could be a guest. Yes, you can totally be a guest. Just go to our Google Sheets thing. I think I put that up somewhere in there.
And it's in our header. It's like at the top of our header right now, right?
Is it at the top of
our footer? Wrong way, wrong direction. But yeah.
Yeah, I think it is. And sign up. And I realized I asked for people's email on that thing, and it's like a public document. So I guess if you didn't want to give an email, you could like find us on Facebook. We're in the AuthorTuber group.
Yes, I am under my actual name in the AuthorTuber group, though, which is Alicia Hollenbeck. But if you look at any of our posts about this, you'll be able to get my name that way.
And please sign up to be a guest. Or, you could always use one of those like email addresses that you just associate with like your writer name, and not your like personal email. Chloe, are you doing Rise and Write tomorrow? I wrote on the thing that you are. Is that right?
I am, absolutely, yes. I need to get my ass back up in the morning. I had like a couple of really late nights because I had a friend over and some other things, and then I was building that desk until 11 o'clock last night. So I need to get my ass to bed early and get my ass back up in the morning.
Awesome. So, okay, the dog is my alarm. It's totally 6 o'clock. We got to head out.
It is.
Any final words from anybody?
Thanks for having me. I had a good time.
Thanks for joining us. And all of our contact stuff is below. Check us out. We are terrible at this.
Come join us for productivity. Get some words written.
Right.
I'm doing one on Wednesday. I should say that. So
follow.
So tomorrow's Tuesday for Chloe, and then I'll be on Wednesday at 9 in the morning. So yeah.
Oh, and see, I was so smart to make Devin a moderator. Okay, so
yeah.
The AuthorTubers Facebook group is a
Devin is like our pro bono administrative assistant.
We should thank you, Devin. Seriously. And yeah, okay. So I'm going to close this out for now. You can find us on AuthorTubers, or I probably have an info email address in the thing somewhere if you need to get in touch with us.
Also, like all of our social media is below us.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So let's end for today. Thanks everybody for joining.
All right.
All right.
Bye.